It's race day here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, where tonight the stars of the In the Pits News Truck Series and Tyler Watermolen will do battle on the Charlotte Roval as we go left and right tonight for the Guardian Roval Rumble. It's time for the In the Pits News Truck Series here on JCTV. Ladies and gentlemen, for the tens of thousands watching at home and the millions in attendance, let's get ready to rumble. I'm Dawson Allen, as always, here in the booth. Joining me tonight is a special guest. We've heard his voice a couple times at the beginning of this season, but now he's joining me as a co-commentator tonight. Please welcome your Season 3 In the Pits News Truck Series champion, your Season 10 Slide Job Racing League champion, and current points leader for the NAR series. Not to brag or anything about him, but please welcome Jonathan Parker to the booth. Jonathan, buddy, the first time you joined us in a while. You've been racing and you've been doing the adminning stuff for the league, but joining me in the booth tonight, what are you looking forward to in this race tonight?
Hopefully I can see everyone in the infield for how dark it is, but yeah, that's going to be a challenge in and of itself, trying to see trucks and try and navigate that, but it's already a tough road course with the chicanes and the way the turtles are, so I'm excited to see how everyone's going to navigate this track.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be exciting to see how things shake out for these drivers in their quest to win it all here tonight. Now, of course, last season you ran this race. The winner of that was Tristan Maher, but you kind of were quiet. You really didn't do much. You were quietly there. Looking back really quickly here just to get a guide, you were 5th in that race at qualifying second, so it's not like you weren't up front at any point, but it's a lot different this year compared to last season because of it being a timed race. Usually we've seen these races be run as lap races, but now coming here tonight as a timed race. Should be interesting. Well, as we welcome you to tonight's broadcast, getting ready to go racing here for the Guardian Roval Rumble, should be exciting. So as we get you ready to go racing here tonight, quickly, before we get any kind of conversations, I am being told that we have a wager on our hands at the bequest of 2 drivers that have seen success on road courses, Jonathan. Michael Kruger and Cameron Caldwell are saying they have a bet against each other tonight, which is not the first bet we've seen tonight being thrown out.
Yeah, what exactly, like, I guess who could finish better between those two?
I'm sure it's a little more complex than that. And you can see, you were talking about the darkness about it. You can see the infield section of the road course. This is what we see. I can tell you that those drivers are seeing some pretty, it's going to be pretty dark for them out there on the racetrack. But we'll get to see some lights on the actual oval portion of the track. But through the infield, it's going to be hard to see what's going on. Especially anybody that's got any like dark trucks. It'll be really hard to see them. But we'll quickly get a hold of the driver of the number 12 and the driver of the number 14, excuse me, Cameron Caldwell and Michael Kruger. So we are joined in the booth now by the drivers of the number 12 and the number 14. That is your second and third fastest right now in practice, Cameron Caldwell and Michael Kruger. Now, Cameron messaged me and said that he and Mikey have a bet amongst themselves tonight. What exactly does this bet entail, you two?
So, a group of us from Radius Racing, along with a couple others who are technically still part of Radius, are all going to Michigan for the NASCAR races in a couple weeks. And Mikey and I have been discussing going to Culver's a bunch because we both love Culver's, and at least for me, I don't have any anywhere near me. So the wager is whoever finishes lower between the two of us has to buy the other Culver's in Michigan. So basically, if I beat him, then he buys me Culver's, and if he beats me, then I buy him Culver's. So a little friendly wager, nothing, over the top, but something maybe to watch out for.
It involves food. It is over the top already.
Yeah, you hyped it up like it was going to be some big deal. It's over who's paying for lunch. I mean, but yeah, you're talking about going to Michigan. Coming a couple weeks, I think 2 weeks from now. We're going to have an off week that weekend as well because of that race. So that will be 2 weeks' time. I think August 6th, that weekend then, is going to be the weekend that we are having off because of this event. But yeah, you two are going up to Michigan. A lot of guys from Radius Racing, I believe, are going up on that trip. So that's kind of the opposite of what we had for our 6 hours of the Glen trip, with all the SVLD drivers going for that one.
Yeah, we figured when we were making the schedule, like we knew about the 6 hour of the Glen for SPLD and the bunch. So figured if you guys had your weekend off for that, then it was fair if we had ours. So like it all will work out perfectly fine. But yeah, it's gonna be something fun to watch. Probably not really anything important for the race, but at least between him and I, something interesting to keep track of.
And definitely something to keep eyes on, but that's not the only wager involving the two of you here tonight, because there's a bounty now that's been placed on your all's heads. $20 if somebody is able to win that is not named Cameron Caldwell, Michael Kruger, or Tristan Maher. So you've got some targets on your backs, I would say. So what's that going to mean? You come into this race now this season being a timed race rather than being a lap count race.
Or go ahead, Mikey.
Well, we're just going to be doing what we usually do. Just every time we go to a road course, we're just going to try to be as competitive as it can be. And it all starts in qualifying by putting ourselves in a good qualifying position, setting ourselves up for the race for the less cars you have to pass. We got to be smart on our strategy here, and it could be a bit unique tonight with the timed race because we don't know how many laps we can go, and that could really raise the questions on if we could want to one stop it by chance or just go for 2 stops to break up strategy. And with no breaks of stages, I mean, it's going to be fascinating, but it's just all going to be coming down to just putting yourself in a good spot by qualifying and just see where your strategy should go in the race based on where you are.
Yeah, I frankly am not too worried about the bounty. I agree with Mikey though. I think qualifying is one of the biggest things here. It's gonna be pretty tough to pass, especially up front because we're all fairly even. So qualifying will be big. And also, I felt like I lost the race last season due to Tristan having the #1 pit stall. So yeah, I don't know if I can compete with that 20.7 that he ran, but gonna try my best and hope he slips up in a corner or two, and hope Mikey does the same. There are a couple of guys though, like Alonso and Ethan, they're not quite up with us sometimes, but they're closer than they have in the past. So a lot of people have been doing their practice, their homework and such. So qualifying might be a little bit more competitive. Just not sure about long run pace, but we'll just have to see.
All right, well, we definitely look forward to it. A friendly competition, a wager for a bounty on your heads. But right now, 1, 2, 3 here in this practice session leading up to the race tonight. Best of luck, gentlemen. We hope to talk to one of you later.
Thanks, Dawson.
Thank you, Dawson.
And that is Cameron Caldwell and Michael Kruger. Of course, Michael Kruger driving for Piston Brook Racing, number 14, Home Depot Chevy Silverado. Cameron Caldwell driving the C2 Graphics Chevy Silverado for Radius Racing. So we've got our eyes on those two as well. But another one that we're keeping our eyes on is Tristan Maher. Currently on pit road with the fastest time, a minute 27.47 is the fastest time. But as we get ready to get towards qualifying, those practice times won't mean anything because you got to put together 2 good laps to put yourself in a good spot to start this race. So it'll be fun to see how things shake up for those drivers. But really quickly, we've got about a minute left in this practice session. So Jonathan, who is your pick to win tonight's race?
I know how it feels to be chasing a bounty. My first ever win in this league, I was chasing a bounty, actually. So I'm going to go with Alonso Chicano, actually. He's the fastest out of those guys who is not part of that bounty. He's going to be chasing it. I think Alonso can win this race. He's usually pretty down on himself at these road courses, but looking at the charts, he's right with those guys. He can do this. I know he can do it. So I'm picking Alonso Chicano.
It's a little unfair of me because you're leaving me the opportunity to take one of those top 3. But I think I'm going to go with Michael Kruger in the 14. I feel like he's going to have plenty of speed. I feel like he's going to have a really good shot when this race gets into the runnings instead of it being just based on practice times. I think he'll be the one to execute the best of the 3. That's no slight to Parker, to Maher, or Caldwell. Those two are phenomenal. And, of course, they are Roval winners in the past, so it's no surprise they are the fastest 2 here. But Mikey has been faster and faster, so I feel like he's going to have a really good chance to steal the victory here tonight. So I've got Michael Kruger as your race winner tonight. So just 12 seconds to go here in practice as we get ready for qualifying. There's Tristan Maher rolling one final time here on the racetrack before qualifying begins. Your defending race winner in the number 69. Looking back, Season 2, the first time we ran this track, it was a clean sweep by the driver of the number 12, Cameron Caldwell, winning the stage and the race. We have yet to see a stage winner deviate from a race winner at the Roval. And I want to say it's the same for all road courses. Indeed, that is the fact. Yeah, the driver that would go on to win the stage would also go on to win the road course race. There's never been a time where we've seen a driver win the stage that did not go on to win the race at a road course, if that makes sense. So qualifying is underway. We're following the number 69, Tristan Maher, as he makes his way through the infield section. That is through turn 6 now, heading for 7, and then the exit to the oval 1 and 2. That is turn number 8 here at this racetrack. 17 turns in total that these drivers will have to navigate. And of course, as mentioned too, it's different this time around because last few seasons we were here, it was a lap-based race. It was all about how many laps to run. This season, road courses now are timed races. It'll be a 75-minute timed race, and we will see it play out that way. Of course, there's a stage at the end of lap 14. We're guaranteed to make 14 laps at least, and that will be where the stage ends. After that, then the race goes to the end. So we're following along, of course, with the 69 of Tristan Maher as he makes his way through oval 3 and 4. Heading for that final chicane on the front stretch to start his first lap. And I'll ask you, John, since I have you here in the booth, road course qualifying is so much different than oval qualifying. What is it like trying to qualify for a road course? How much different is that?
I'm not sure if I'm the guy to ask, honestly, but
you qualified second here last season. What do you mean you're not the guy to ask?
I knew you were going to say something like that, but listen, it is a lot different because on oval you kind of, there's a few like little tricks that I kind of don't want to get into. I just kind of go about it differently, but at least on road courses, I don't think about any of that. I just try to go as fast as I can and try to really send it. Like there's no tire saving, obviously, not like there is an oval, but I don't really know of any really tire warming tricks at road courses other than just go out there and go as wild as I can. And it's really, and it's so, there's so many more marks to hit. You know, there's with 17 corners, with ovals, you're kind of hitting the same mark, the same couple marks over and over, or 3 if you're at Pocono. But
yeah,
with 17 corners, you got to hit it.
I was going to say, you mentioned the mentality is different compared to what, like you have your secret sauce that you use to win poles at the ovals, but at a road course, you've got so much difference. The mentality is different. So do you feel like that certain drivers can handle it a lot better than others? Is that what possibly leads to a difference in road courses compared to ovals?
Yeah, and you just got to learn the track as much as you can. And with ovals, even though it's simpler, it doesn't necessarily mean it's easier. With road courses, those F1 drivers, IMSA drivers are able to learn tracks really quickly, and it's like second nature to them. With me, it's a lot different of a skill that I just haven't really quite honed in on yet. But people like Tristan Maher here, top of the board, he's so good at it. This guy, I tried to learn so much from him last season.
Yeah, he picked up on this track really quickly, taking the win last season. But, something else I'm noticing, too, if you look, second on the charts now, Justin Durand went second fastest there. He has had some good battles at this racetrack. It looks like Maher was not happy with his second lap, so he's going to take it with that first lap. But talking about Justin Durand, he had a very exciting battle coming to the end of the first race at the Roval in Season 2, the battle with himself, Bennett, and Chicano. He's finished top 5 in this race before. Before I speak ahead and get my facts wrong, he finished 7th last season. He finished, I think, 5th in Season 2. So he's had, the ability to run up in the front of the field, at least in the top half of the field. But right now 5th fastest, Cameron Caldwell goes 2nd, and Chicano goes 3rd, and Bennett Allen going 4th. But, he's not really been notably a good road course racer. So him being up front, at least qualifying for that split second, was surely a shakeup. As he completes his second lap, it is not faster, so he will sit 6th for now. But we go back and look because Michael Kruger is on track. see what he can do. So going through the list of drivers that have set a lap time so far, Tristan Maher is your pole sitter. Cameron Coble second. Alonso Chicano was third. Ethan Fonseca Moreno was fourth. Bennett Allen fifth. Then it's Justin Aran, Alex Kerfan, Nick Hapiak, Roy Crump, and Zach Probst, the top 10. Corey Cook making their debut tonight is 11th. Zachary Wareham is 12th. Brett Bennett 13th. Canfield is 14th, but Wareham has just jumped to 9th fastest on the charts. Looks like we have Josh Arnold, Michael Kruger, Harold Tucker, Jared Wilson on track right now to set lap times. But JP, I mean, you watch qualifying, what's the feeling you get, seeing some of these guys that are a little more unknown qualifying up near that top half of the field? What's your feeling seeing that? If you're somebody like maybe Cameron Caldwell, Michael Kruger, and Alonso Chicano heading towards turn 1 for the first time.
Well, for that, it's just, they kind of don't really race around them too much. Only if, I hate to say this, maybe if they're lapping them, they don't really race around them too much. They're usually used to racing amongst themselves, so you don't know people's tendencies, and especially with this weird turn 1, gets the nickname Heartburn Turn. That's going to be really difficult to navigate. Just being around people that you're not usually around. So you got to take it easy, but you can't control what other people do. But everyone here keeps it cordial as usual. So.
Yeah, well, the reason I asked too, like I said, there's some unknowns that are coming into this race. I mean, not saying they're going to go in and dive bomb turn 1, but guys that may try to take advantage of it, because you have one guaranteed restart in this race, and that is the first restart. That is it. So there's no guarantee that they're going to just take it easy through turn 1 on lap 1. They could easily try to send it to get as many positions as early on. So do you think that maybe sits in the back of your mind, because as we know with the restart here, they will not be going through the chicane. They'll go straight through and do the oval like we see in real life.
Yeah, they'll go straight through where the oval goes, and that carries a lot more speed than if you would just go through the chicane. You carry more speed there than you will the entire rest of the day, and that changes your braking points. And if you're in a different points position, maybe you're not racing for points. That restarts your best chance to get track position, and it's so key at road courses on the sim. So there's going to be some people that might want to take advantage of that.
Absolutely. So we see here, this is Shane O'Neill. He's in the wrong bathroom. He's supposed to be at the men's bathroom, but he's parked at the women's bathroom. Trying to get into the building on the off in the bathroom area. But we'll see. Josh Arnold just completed his second lap. It was a 1:24.307. That was his fastest lap, but it only gets him to 16th. It looks like with 2 minutes to go in qualifying, we've got maybe 6 drivers that have yet set a lap time. That is Shane O'Neill in the 91. And then it looks like after that, we'll quickly get the camera over and see if he finds his way out of the situation. But Tyler Watermolen, Harold Tucker, Josh Coppernoll, David Duran, and Michael Walls have not set a lap time. Those are your 6 that are yet to qualify. But I don't see any intention of qualifying in this number 91 machine.
Can't believe where he's sitting.
On board. Oh, look at how dark that is on the onboard camera here in the infield. There's Shane O'Neill. You look into those eyes.
I didn't know you can get back here.
He knew, and he got back here. If you look right here, if you look into his eyes, you can see the thoughts of a man who is ready to go to war at the Charlotte Roval. He is ready for it.
This is burnout a little bit.
See the RPMs hiking up there in the corner. He is definitely trying to burn it down. And he blew the motor. There it is. So he blows the motor. Trying to get into the bathroom. The wrong bathroom, granted. But there he is, set up on the off the racing surface. Just having a good old time. That number 91 short bus long distance Toyota Tundra. But we've got 20 seconds to go here in qualifying. Nobody else is going to be able to set a time. So that is going to wind up ending things off in qualifying. So as the clock ticks down to 0, we will have your starting lineup here in just a moment. So let's take a look at your starting grid presented by Mardon Technologies. Starting on the pole is going to be the number 69 of Tristan Maher to his outside, the 14 of Michael Kruger. Then in row number 2, it's going to be Cameron Caldwell and Alonso Chicano for Radius Racing. Ethan Fonseca Moreno and Bennett Allen make up row number 3. Then Justin Duran and Jared Wilson back in row number 4. And running out your top 10 tonight, Alex Kerfan and Nick Hapiak in that 6 truck, starting P10.
In row 6, we've got Zach Raham starting 11th and Roy Crump starting in 12th. Zach Probst in 13th, Corey Cook in 14th, Brett Bennett in 15th, Josh Arnold qualified 16th, and the last person to take time was Jonathan Canfield in 17th. Harold Tucker, will start 18th. Michael Walls start 19th. Rounding out your top 20 will be David Duran. Final 3 will be Shane O'Neill, as we saw him in the women's bathroom, in 21st. Tyler Watermole in 22nd. And rounding out our field is our own Josh Coppernoll.
Yeah, Josh is starting shotgun of the field. We'll see if he can somehow manage his way to the front. Looks like Trading Paints decided to not update. That is the wrong number for Mr. Josh Coppernoll. Number 98 showing up. That is his court number in his court paint scheme. Not sure why it's showing up for us as that.
Kind of on that same topic for me, Mikey's still in the 41.
Yeah, those we mentioned court racing league. It's a very big league that runs Monday nights and Wednesday nights, and a lot of guys here run that league, including Michael Kruger, Cameron Caldwell, Justin Duran, David Duran touches sometimes and race in it. Of course, a lot of the SPLD drivers race in it too. Guys like Jeffrey Armistead, Brian Smith runs it part-time. Brett Bennett runs it. Dalton Kelly is running it. Tyler Watermole tries to run in it but does not qualify because he forgets to qualify. Just things like that. But this past Monday night was the season 2023 B opener at I believe it was Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, it was.
Yeah, and your boy came home with a 10th place finish. So. Or no, a 9th place finish, actually. 9th place for me. So yeah, the one time I get to race, I barely get to race anymore. But when I raced, I got a top 10. So I've got a semblance of talent in my pinky. In a field that had drivers not qualifying, I was able to score top 10. So patting myself on the back here for that one. But let's take a look at your race analysis here. You can see we have a grand total of 2,147,000. Yeah, 2,147,483. 147 million. Let me restart this, okay? It's a big number. Big number here. 2,147,483,647 laps for a whopping 4,803,782,493 miles. Very, very long race, guys. Trust me. 75 minutes is the time limit, of course, so we may not get there, but with how fast Maher, Kruger, and Caldwell are, we may get there. Stage points are awarded at lap 14. There will not be a stage yellow. It will just be we get past the line, we get scored there, and we're good to go. Fuel window is about 28 to 31 laps, so expect pit stops around that time. And you can see the track temperature is 77 degrees, partly cloudy, and a night race here at the Charlotte Roval for the first time in the Pits News Truck Series. So, top 10 at the end of stage 4, lap 14 will receive points as they make their way through the backstretch chicane. Looks like those guys in the outside lane are directed to take that shortcut just to make things nice and easy going through the chicane. As they round oval 3 and 4, like we said, for the restarts, they will not go through the chicane. Instead, they will just go straight through the front stretch, heading towards turn 1. Buckle up tight and strap yourselves in. 75 minutes of racing at the Roval for the Guardian Roval Rumble are about to get underway. Tristan Maher leading Michael Kruger to the green flag. We are racing here at Charlotte.
What a start by Maher.
Oh, spinning!
Oh,
Justin
Bitter is spinning
Arand!
back.
Justin Arand goes around to the exit of turn 2.
We were so up on his qualifying.
Yeah, talking about his qualifying in the first lap of the race, he embarrasses us. I was going to say, too, Chicano had a very aggressive send into turn 1 of the back bumper of Cameron Caldwell. Could not make anything of it, so he now finds himself 4th.
Did a good job not to get in the back of him too hard. It's just so hard when you're carrying more speed than you're used to.
See, Maher's already gapping. Michael Kruger's the field navigates their way onto oval 1 and 2. Field coming through the chicane. There's Tristan Maher leading the field.
I feel like Tristan wants to make a point today. I don't know why.
Yeah, he wants to prove that last season wasn't a one-time thing. Oh, spinning again. Roy Crump is around at the exit of the bus stop. Corey Cook dropping spots as well. Look back and see. Looks like, oh, maybe a little help. Maybe just got turned around for Roy Crump here through the chicane on the back straightaway. Oh, it already stepped out before. The 61 was just there to help finish it off. So Roy Crump back to 22nd.
Oh! Alonso Chicano saved it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to cut you off there. He lost it.
If you see something, scream it, buddy. I don't want you to go lightly around me. We'll take a look at that one too, really quick for you. All the action all over the racetrack. Yeah, coming here into the double right-hander. Oh wow! What a slide and what a save by that 25 to keep from wrecking it.
That's my fellow champion right there. That was a great save.
If he wasn't a wheelman, he wouldn't be a champion. But yeah, your season 2 champion. What a save there! Able to avoid any issues in that right-hand turn there. You know, words are hard. It looks like Harold Tucker and Tyler Watermullen might have had some issues. They are showing as they had them, and they're back in 18 for Harold Tucker and 21st for Tyler Watermullen. So we might hear that a lot tonight, that Tyler Watermullen has had trouble. We'll take just a courtesy check and see how our good buddy in the 68 is doing there. He is getting passed by Roy Crump for 22nd. Justin Duran hot on his trails to put him in last. Of course, embarrassingly, got to say, he is a former winner here in the Pits News Truck Series, winning at Talladega all the way back in Season 1. It took 3 trucks finishing the race.
Yeah.
Only 3 trucks finishing the race for him to be able to win. But, hey, he did it. He has won more races than Brett Bennett, so.
I would say go back and watch that race, but I don't think you should, honestly.
It was a race for sure, but I wouldn't say it was a good race. There's Josh Coppernell giving the spot up to Roy Crump, back in 21st now for the number 42, the proper JCTV scheme for Mr. Josh Coppernell. Head back up towards the front. You see how far ahead Maher already is. He is making his way. Oh, we got trouble already. Brett Bennett had an issue through 6, dropping a couple spots down with the 47.
That's 22 and 61 get by.
Shane O'Neill looks like he's falling back to go to the bathroom as he drops all the way back to 22nd now, too. We're going to look back and see what happened to Bennett. This is entering turns 5 and 6. Gets it wide right here, but then, ooh, just overdrove it. There's O'Neill and Watermullen. Coppernell, Durand back out back as well. Already, Tristan Maher is going around another lap. Now, the timer right now says about 10 minutes. That is because it can't do more than 60 minutes for some reason, so it's just going to it's going to reset back to 60 when we get to the end of this 10 minutes and 30 seconds. So don't worry. We will get that accurately done. Looks like Canfield just had an issue there. Might have clobbered the wall almost on the exit of the front stretch chicane entering turn 1. Michael Walls also has some issues here in turns 3 and 4, the double right-hander. Looks like we got a battle brewing for second between Cameron Caldwell and Michael Kruger.
so shocked to see how much curve these guys are taking. That's crazy.
They are rocking right on that curb and taking it out. But you can see right here, it's about a half a second is the gap between the two. They're going to stay pretty consistent with each other. The thing is, Maher is kind of running away with it, but I think these two will be right next to each other about the whole race. You know, they're really not going to run away unless one makes a mistake. But you can see Goldwell is right there still with the 14. I have a car slow again. Canfield slow that time, as is Josh Coppernell. Not doing good for our JCTV trucks, it looks like, as they're back in 17th and 19th right now. Tristan Maher is just putting a whooping on the field. Already up to about a 3-second lead on Michael Kruger. See Maher still maintaining that gap. Out between looks like Roy Crump and Josh Coppernell back in the background. Crump getting by Canfield now, actually. Still battling for 17th. Looks like Tyler Watermullen is already on pit road as well. No shocker. We'll go a lap down now.
Damage his truck.
Yeah, no shocker on that one. See Jared Wilson right now, currently in 7th. How about an impressive showing so far for that 83 truck?
That is very impressive because he's, you know, we talk about guys who look forward to road courses. I'm not sure how much he looks forward to them. I know he really loves those ovals, but trying to get more experience on the road courses, and this is a great step in the right direction. He ran Watkins Glen earlier this season. Didn't quite go how he wanted it to, but he's doing very good here.
I'll talk about somebody who hasn't had things go the way he's wanted to. How about Alex Kerfan right here in 8th place right now? He has had a really rough stretch, I would say, in the past maybe 5 races. 11th at Rockingham, 18th at Charlotte. Last time we were at the racetrack was the Oval. But then 10th at USA, which should feel like a win, as should 8th at Texas, but then at 20th at Martinsville. He really has not had the best of luck this season, but he's still looking to keep improving and keep working at it. And just a quick fun fact, too. Alex Kerfan has just 1 stage win on his career. And that was stage 1, the stage at Daytona back in Season 2. Alex Kerfan won the first ever stage that was ran here in the Pits News Truck Series and has yet to win a stage since, but he has picked up 3 career wins on the way, which I think, if given the option to trade those wins for stage wins, I think he'd be pretty fine with where he's at.
Yeah, it's just such a shocking stat because he does have a lot of speed. Not quite the luck to go with it, but like you said, I'm sure he's rather have those wins that he does have. But
yeah, and it's the thing. It feels like he's got more like long run speed. It is, you know, the short run for the stage. You know, we usually see him kind of out front, you know, at the beginning of this thing. You know, at the end of it, not at the beginning. So usually that 30 truck is, you know, waiting till that second segment where he's got this pit stops and he's got the strategy at play, and that's when he really comes to life in those longer runs. But you know, he doesn't have to worry about that too much in a road course. It's just a matter of just being consistent. The last time we were at a road course, of course, was Watkins Glen. Alex Kerfan walked away with a 5th place finish, so he's looking to try to replicate that here tonight. But currently running in the 8th position, a good run going so far for that 30 truck. Meanwhile, up front for 2nd, still glued together. You can see Tyler Watermullen has officially disconnected. He ended the embarrassment pretty early. Harold Tucker now on pit road as well. And looks like Harold Tucker might be gone as well. So that's 21 trucks left on the racing surface. 21st right now belongs to Shane O'Neill in the 91. So right now we are on lap number 8. Next time by, Tristan Maher will make it lap 9. That'll make it 6 to go to the end of the stage, where we will award 10 points to the winner of the stage, aka Tristan Maher, but also we'll award points all the way down to 10th place, which right now belongs to the 27, Zachary Wareham. Running right now in that 10th position. I do not believe he has made a lot of starts here. Maybe this is his 3rd start.
Yeah, it hasn't been a lot.
If any at all. Let me look and see. I could have sworn he made some starts here with us before, but it's also likely that he has yet to make many starts. Looking through it. Yeah, it looks like this is his first career start here. The Pits News Truck Series. Of course, you see him run Tuesday nights, Slide Job Racing League usually. Coming over tonight to do some road course racing with us. Currently running 10th in the final spot for some stage points. Good run going so far. Looking like David Duran had some issues as well. He is off the. He has a slower lap going this time by, comparative to normal. We're gonna go back really quick and see what had happened. This is entering turn 1 here, showing that he had an issue. We'll look and see what the issue claims he had.
You got all that fancy stuff I don't have. That I didn't know we had any.
Yeah, I've got a timing screen. I've got everything here, so I can look and see if it says that somebody may have had an issue, may have wrecked. You can see, oh yeah, right there in turn 5 and 6, he goes off the track and gets into the wall there.
I'm gonna be honest. Looking at this truck, I don't see a lot of damage. I don't even really see any damage. I wouldn't be able to tell that he got into the wall a little bit.
Oh, Justin Duran had a bobble through 3 and 4 there. He gathers it back up. I think we may have jinxed him bad because we were talking about him, and now he is stuck in 18th, all the way at the back of the field and still struggling here.
Yeah, it's just when you get behind on these road courses, it's just so hard to get your track position back because you don't really have a lot of cautions, if any. And there's not really a lot of chances to go get those spots back. So once you lose all that time, he's just in for a rough day.
Yeah, you would need a track blocking wreck to even cause a yellow to be able to have a restart. And you see Shane O'Neill here, currently 21st, not too far behind is race leader Tristan Maher, approaching to put him a lap down. This will be the first truck that'll be lapped on track racing, not a truck on pit road. Of course, 2 trucks out of the race, Tyler Watermill and Harold Tucker III. They will take their 23rd and 22nd place finishes and head home early. The clock is at 1:43. We're at lap 10. Next lap will be lap 11. It will be 4 laps to go to the conclusion of this first stage. And you see Maher's out to a 4-second lead. And it's kind of maybe making Caldwell and Kruger think, man, I wish we had a yellow here to end this stage to get a chance to get back in that number 69 truck.
Yeah, I mean, he's just setting such a blistering pace. And it's almost like you want to get out to a certain gap, and if you're him, you might just kind of want to manage. I don't know. I mean, he's just so quick, and he's just hitting his marks perfectly. He's doing such a great job.
Maher 3 stage wins on his career. See, Zach Probst had an issue on the exit of the bus stop on the back straightaway. Going to look back really quick. Looks like the same issue we saw Roy Crump have here. Looping it. Back
some ran damage.
Back wall, yeah. He is on the apron right now. Looks like he is heading for pit road. The University of Charlotte truck.
Harder hit, honestly, than I thought it was initially.
Likely, though, he could just be pitting to get the damage repaired and just go ahead and take the tires and everything, or he may very well be calling it a night as well. It's just, we'll have to wait and see. But see that 62 now on pit road. Zach Probst, a season to forget for the 62. Back up front there is race leader Tristan Maher. Michael Kruger in second, clear of Cameron Caldwell by about a second now. Your closest battle on the track is this battle. It's the only battle that's really within a second.
I guess Cameron Caldwell kind of...
Oh, no! Jared Wilson had issues in the bus stop.
Like we jinxed another. Yeah, we did.
Entering the bus stop, just loses the back end. But he kept it off the wall.
Which that means no harm, no foul, really.
Yeah, he only lost one spot, too, to Happyak. Back to 9th.
Yeah, created a little work for himself. He wants to get that spot back, but...
And Brett Bennett spun! Yeah! There it is!
That's very normal.
We were expecting that one at some point, and it comes to the hands of the bus stop as well. Now the 4th driver to have issues. The 3rd exiting the bus stop. You see he'll slide it, lock it up, keep it off the wall. That 47 drops back now to 16th on the racing surface.
Yeah, that's just under power, and I tell you, these trucks are, even though they don't have a lot of power compared to, some of the higher horsepower cars that we see, like the 750 package with the Gen 6 car, they have a lot of torque. Like, they just have a lot of, when you get on the gas, they just kind of pull you. So it's very easy to get on just a little too hard, and you just lose it. And we've seen that a couple times here.
Tristan Maher will come 2 turns, 15, 16, and 17. And when he completes this chicane, it will be 2 laps to go in the stage. He is closing on another lap truck, I believe that being the 42 of Josh Coppernoll. Indeed it is. Just up ahead. Looks like Jonathan Canfield is slow on the front stretch, letting drivers go by him here. That's Cameron Caldwell and Michael Kruger going by. Bennett Allen got passed just now by Alonso Chicano for 5th. And
trying
he
to
got
make
the
it
wall there.
Wow. Yeah, Alonso trying to make up for his early mistake. And 1 spot.
All over the place in this infield section. How dark it is. We'll take you on a ride here really quick with the driver of the 27. This is Zachary Wareham's on board here. Just look at how dark that is. I mean, that's looking up at the driver, looking back at him. I mean, it's pretty dark. I mean, it's going to be really hard to see in this racetrack. I mean, in the infield section, it is dark. It is blinding. And then you'll see he'll pick it up here as he gets onto the oval section. Just lights right back up like normal. Oh, issues maybe. Ethan Fonseca Moreno dropped. There's Bennett Allen on the apron here. And Alonso Chicano had lost a spot as well. What happened to these 3? And Justin Duran had another issue too. Looking back to see, it looks like he might have had an issue through the bus stop for the 15 of Bennett Allen. Oh, he just completely blew the bus stop.
Completely missed it. Yeah.
That wasn't just a miss. That was a, I'm not going through that bus stop. Justin Duran had some issues as well. We're going to look back and see what happened. Spun around there, it looks like earlier on, through turns 3 and 4. It's bad to worse for Justin. Down at 17th right now on the racetrack. Josh Coppernoll, looks like he let Michael Kruger go, but letting Kruger go, he's going to end up holding up Cameron Caldwell a little bit there. Of course, Kruger racing for Josh Coppernoll's team, Piston Broke Racing, Cameron Caldwell for Radius Racing, so worked out in his favor. But here we go, coming through the backstretch chicane for the final time here in the first stage. No caution will come out at the end of this lap. We will just award stage points based on where they finish, but Tristan Maher handedly, almost a 6-second gap over second place Michael Kruger, will round that final chicane. And Tristan Maher will pick up the stage win. That is his 4th career stage win, his 2nd this season.
Looking like Max Verstappen right now.
Oh, absolutely. Mopping the floor with everybody now as he continues his way. We'll take a look at the top 10 as they cross the line, as we got the last battle happening here. Zachary Wareham and Jared Wilson as they get ready to cross. Ooh, Wareham has an issue, can't capitalize and get that final spot. He will take 10th. Jared Wilson is going to finish that stage in 9th. But it's all Tristan Maher, his 4th career stage win, 2nd of the season. And of course that trend every stage winner at a road course has gone on to win the race. So he's looking to replicate that tonight and score his 3rd career win and his 2nd of the season. His first, you may remember, coming at Rockingham.
Very well. Yeah, that was going to be a fun battle. Just kind of ended prematurely.
Well, let's take a look and see here. So lap times are about 1:22. And we've got ourselves about 54 minutes to go. So I'm no math whiz, but I'm going to try something out. So we're going to have roughly about 44, maybe 45 laps left in this race, maybe even 43. So around 43 to 45 laps left in this race as of right now. We have completed 16 laps. The fuel window is about 28 to 31, so they're really not yet at the window where they can pit and make it to the end fully, but, you know, there's going to be somebody at some point that's going to try it, and it's going to just be a matter of how far they can get in the positions, you know, the earlier they pit or maybe even the later they pit.
Yeah, that's the thing with a timed race. It's just so tough to know how many laps you're going to do. You can obviously, like you said, estimate how many laps you're going to be running, but it kind of it's just a new area for me anyway, because I don't really watch, you know, endurance racing where time races are just the norm, and it's just so for these guys calling the race and doing their race, if they don't watch endurance racing like that, they won't really know how to call the race. So I don't envy those guys' position, but if you do watch endurance racing, it's probably a little advantage for you.
Yeah, and the thing too is there's a possibility of full course yellows a lot of the time in, you know, real life endurance racing. So, you know, that's kind of a part of the strategy is, you know, do we bank on something stupid happening or do we just bank on what we think is going to be the best? And that's usually what it is. It's banking on what's going to be the best. Josh Coppernoll has wrecked in the bus stop. He is off to the side here. We'll take a look and see what happened entering Baxter to bus stop. I would play our JCTV replay graphic, but I feel like it's just way too many clicks, way too much time. We can just worry about that a little bit later. So you see he'll blend back in front of Jared Wilson, who is in 9th. Whoa!
Whoa!
That was close, trying to get out of the way. But he maintains. Right behind him is a battle position, 19th place. Jonathan Canfield, who's going to blow the chicane. He'll pull it out of the way.
When I saw that at the corner of my eye, I thought that was going to be really bad. It almost looked like he lost his brakes, but just kind of missed the chicane.
Heat sick and missile going for Josh Coppernoll. The JCTV trucks have a magnet on each other, I guess, to try to link together. But, you know, I was talking about it, you know, just about strategy and everything. But what I wanted to highlight before all that chaos happened, Roy Crump right now is in 14th. We saw him spin early on and get sent pretty far back, all the way back to 23rd, last place in the race. He is up to 14th since then. He has been climbing the ranks, and it looks like we got another car having issues ahead. It looks like it is, I think you'd be shocked at who it is. Michael Walls is slow on the racetrack. Looking at the replay through 3 and 4. Gets it sideways and keeps it from spinning any worse than it was, but he loses time to Corey Cook at still an 8-second gap over David Duran, though. Talking about the 70 truck, Roy Crump, he has climbed up 9 spots since that first lap after that incident he had where he dropped all the way back. He is up to 14th, and he has sneakily been, you know, pretty consistent with some of the guys that are up in the top 10. So he has been able to put together some good laps and try to climb back through the field and rebound. Of course, qualified in the 12th position, but he's looking to pick up a little more than just 12th place. He's looking to go a little further than that.
Yeah, doing a great job of rebounding. So hard to do, so hard to keep your mind in the game, but he's doing such a great job of that. And he's probably, it's not the last of the spots he's going to get, I don't think.
Back to Tristan Maher, our race leader, as he makes his way through the bus stop again. Lap number 18, about to be lap 19, and I see something up ahead. That's Justin Durand and Brett Bennett. Not too far off each other. How fitting is it that these two are going to be racing for position here? Durand is sending it in to that final chicane on the front straightaway to try to battle with Brett Bennett. I see it looks like Shane O'Neill had an issue as well. He is currently slow, pretty slow on the racetrack. But yeah, Brett Bennett battling with Justin Durand for 16th. Like I said, you remember all the way back in Season 2, these two had a battle, duking it out to the end of the race. There was contact with Alonso Chicano that took him out of the picture, but Bennett and Duran battled it out to that final lap, to that final corner. And now it's only fitting they're back together with each other at this racetrack, but not too far behind them is race leader Tristan Maher.
Yeah, that finish that you talk about, it's kind of a hidden gem.
Oh,
kind of one that
Shane
wouldn't-
O'Neill.
Oh my goodness.
Holy
Give me a heart
moly,
attack, why don't
Mary
you?
Christ and Joseph. He was right there. He's still in the grass, out of harm's way, and he is going to tow it to pit lane.
Tow it to the ladies' room.
And maybe to the ladies' room. You see Durant all over the back bumper of Brett Bennett and entering the bus stop here. And back behind them is Tristan Maher. Zach Probst as well, not far behind. He's 3 laps down in 21st right now. But this is where you talked about it earlier, the battling with lap traffic. I mean, right now, this is a battle for position. This is a battle for 16th on the racetrack, but just behind them is race leader Tristan Maher. And we've seen these two get really dicey with this positional battle, so we're not sure, you know, something could happen. They could end up dooring each other and wrecking in front of Maher. They could end up letting him go, so there's no guarantees on what he does and what they do, so, you know, you really have to be mindful of that.
Yeah, it's something that I've dealt with before, and it's you got to know who you're racing. And these are two regulars, so you're kind of familiar with them. But you know, some people, you know, okay, they're just gonna give me the line, let me go, and there's some that are just gonna battle it out. They're gonna battle with you, and they're gonna continue their battle, and they have every right to do so because.
Oh, Bennett Allen had an issue. He's on pit road. Never mind. Lied. Shut up. He slowed up. It said he had crashed. And I'm like, okay, he's gone. He's dropped spots. Well, he's on pit road. That's what happened. He just pulled the pit road. Bennett Allen on a pit road for the first time tonight. Not sure what happened.
Yeah, with time, I don't know. Hell if I know if it's a scheduled stop or not, because I'm not good with this. And
He could be going for a 2-stop strategy. You see, Justin Rand is still trying to get at Brett Bennett, and you'll see Maher's going to get to his inside. He will let him go. And then it'll be Brett Bennett's turn next to allow race leader Tristan Maher by.
And that does go to what I'm talking about. They're teammates, so he's probably just going to be like, hey.
Well, this is an
Not my
extended
day.
stop
Yeah.
on pit road for the 15. We're going to look back and see maybe what had happened. This is entering the bus stop just a lap prior. Oh, he jumped it there. Oh, right there, he spins it out. See anything that might have caused any more damage than what he would have had, but it's possible he's just taken all the damage repair, or he could just be stopping entirely. Jared Wilson is slow.
I don't know how much, like, get a little bit under body
Oh,
damage.
he
I
got
had
the
that
wall.
last year, but
He got the wall there on the exit of the bus stop. He drops back to 8th, battling with Nick Hapiak for that spot. Come back though, still a battle going on. Bennett and Duran, these two are inseparable.
connected at the hip.
We know if we want a good battle between two drivers, we've got one happening in the background of this racetrack. Right now it's Justin Duran and Brett Bennett. This is the battle for 15th here in this race. But up front you see there's your race leader, Tristan Maher, as he navigates his way through Oval 3 and 4. He continues to lead as we approach 46 minutes to go here at the Charlotte Roval for the Guardian Roval Rumble. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take on a quick JCTV side-by-side break. You will not miss any of the action.
Hey man, you cut me off back there. What you gonna do about it? Oh man.
Can you feel it? The taste of Coca-Cola when the race is
Alright, fine. Are we good? We're good.
As a Grand Prix world champion in triathletes, I know how important it is to stretch before any competition.
I also know it's important to stretch. Mobil 1's advanced technology lubricates our engines.
Yes, that is true.
And my joints.
Oh my word.
Soda cookies. Want one, Jensen?
Where'd you get that?
Oh, you won't believe what just happened.
Don't tell me you got the last Diet Dew.
Yeah.
I love the taste of Diet Dew. What do you want for it? Deal.
Diet Mountain Dew. Yeah, it tastes that good.
Hey, hotshot. Meter's running.
So what do you got in that loader, Tony?
Just did my mail run, Chase. 3,100 pounds of letters from the best fans on Earth.
You have this many fans.
Yes.
You sure some of this isn't hate mail?
Nope. All fan mail.
This one's about weight loss.
That's not mine.
It has your name on it.
I'm a popular guy.
It says VIP membership renewal.
Not cool to read other people's mail, kid.
This isn't fan mail.
Mahindra, the official tractor of Tough and Stewart Haas Racing.
So, Jenny, what makes you an awesome different driver?
Well, there's a lot to it. Man, it's a rush. So what makes home selling with OfferPad awesome different?
Oh, so much. But with OfferPad, it's a lot more home selling stuff and a lot less bumping into people.
Well, I don't bump into anyone.
Home selling with OfferPad is awesome different. Request your free cash offer today at OfferPad.com.
Man, we're door to door. I have the better car, fresher tires. I drove it in deep, and you missed it. I know you wanted to watch it, but you got throttled by your data plan, and it slowed you down. You hit your data limit streaming all that techno music, didn't you? I mean, really? Man, you've got some questionable taste in music.
Switch to Sprint, the only network with truly unlimited data.
Ooh. Call Logano. Hey, Joey, you can save money if you fill up at Shell if you use Advanced Auto Parts Speed Perks.
Dude, I'm way ahead of you.
You saved at the pump?
Yeah, I saved at the pump.
The pump?
The pump.
He saved at the pump!
Woo!
Now you can save at the pump when you shop at Advance Auto Parts. Learn more at advanceautoparts.com/gas rewards.
Now, it's my turn.
Saw it all in nonstop. The action picks up because of course it does. Right when we go to commercial break, we're going to take you back and look on a JCTV replay to show you what had happened with everything. Because, oh my goodness, there's so much to cover. So first things first, we're going to go back and show you what happened to Justin Durand that led to a contact with second and third place Michael Kruger. This is entering turn one right here. You see Durand makes it pretty good, and he goes through turn two just fine, but then coming up on turn three, He loses it on braking, spins it out, and then here you'll see Zach Probst nowhere to go and piles in. But then right after that, there's Michael Kruger and there's Cameron Caldwell. Second and third pile in, nowhere to go. And then later, after that, a battle coming through the front stretch chicane leads to the 16 of Jonathan Canfield getting the boot by Jared Wilson. Canfield, of course, was all the way back and he was losing time. Jared Wilson battling for a lead lap position. So he ends up giving this lap car the boot of Jonathan Canfield. This is coming to the front stretch chicane, and Jared Wilson just sends him out of the way. Now, right now, David Durand is currently very slow, looking to see what might have happened to the driver of the 24.
He had an off track in the right-hander before the double left, I think is what it is. He went into the grass.
I see Corey Cook had a slow lap as well, but Corey Cook is on pit road, so no need to shout about that one. We'll look and see what happened to David Durand in the 24. This is coming to the front stretch chicane. And into turn 1, and he lost a ton of spots in that incident. I see Canfield now is having issues as well. Let's see what happened to David Durand really quickly.
And Canfield just lost it on the entrance of the bus stop chicane.
Turn 6 and then turn 7 right here. Not really seen where he would have dropped those spots yet. Unless it's right here entering the oval section. To see what happened. I didn't rewind that far to where it would not have anything, unless he just lost at the bus stop too is what happened. We'll look and see. Braking. It
Talking
flashed.
about David Durand still?
Yeah, David Durand where he lost it. We're gonna look back and see if we can see what happened to Canfield too really quick.
I wish I remember the ooh, I almost cursed. I remember the corner numbers because I can
We'll look and see. We're gonna go back.
Doing a great job.
All right, so there's where Canfield went off. He went off there in the corner, in that corner right there, and it looks like he had more issues. And look at this. There's a 3 wide position here. This is a 3 wide battle. Roy Crump going to pit road, so he is okay. Trying to find what happened to David Durand. Really quickly got to go back. Oh, there you see. He was off in 6 and 7. That's what happened to him. That's why he lost all his